In this video, we're going to discuss auto-enrollment in training plans, which makes it really quick and easy to enroll batches of users into training plans at one time. Now, a couple of things. First of all, this only works for training plans, not for modules. And secondly, you're going to want to stick around to the end of the video as I'm going to cover some really important information about how auto-enrollment works under certain conditions once we discuss how to actually create profiles. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here to Learning, Training Plans, and then we'll go to Training Plan List. And I'm just going to select the sample training that we created in other videos, this First Aid CPR CLA. And of course it defaults to the Currently Enrolled tab. You can see we don't have anyone enrolled in here now. So first thing I'm going to do is click on Enrollment. And of course you could scroll down and enroll users individually in this training, but let's say we want to create a profile so you can easily assign a training to an entire department. So where it says auto enrollments here, you want to click New Profile, but first I just want to note this checkbox here that says automatically unenroll learners who do not match automated enrollment profiles. So if you create a profile for this training and you have users already enrolled that don't fit that profile, they will be unenrolled. So let's say that you say you want to assign this to all DSPs in the CLA department, but you have it assigned to every single employee in the DSP in the CLA department. If you select that button, then all of the program specialists and nurses and the director, etc., will be unenrolled. So just be cognizant of that. So we're going to click on New Profile here, and I'll just call it Sample Profile, and you can put a description if you want. Then we're going to come down to here where it says Profile Attributes. Now, you can see here there's a bunch of different attributes, but probably the most common one you're going to want to use is the departments attribute. So if we select that, and then we click here, you can see here's all the departments, and I'm going to click the test department. Okay, and if I don't do anything else, if I hit preview, there we can see Jane and Mark, so they would fit this profile and they would be automatically enrolled. Now, let's say that I wanted to add another department. So if I click any of these other departments here, it will enroll everyone in the test department and everyone in the adaptive equipment department. So the departments works using an AND operator. As many departments as you add, it will assign the training to all of them. And we'll just hit the X to remove a department. Now, let's say we want to select a new attribute. Maybe we only want to have this for job titles. So for job titles, let's say I want it to be a direct support professional. So I only want direct support professionals to be enrolled in this training. Now if I hit preview here, you'll see that there are no learners that currently match the selected criteria, and that's because Jane and Mark are not listed as direct support professionals. So departments and job titles work as an OR. So in other words, it has to match both criteria, okay? It works as an AND. The departments works as an OR. It will be test department or adaptive equipment or a CLA. Anything fitting those criteria would be assigned. For the job titles, though, it works as an AND. So if I have the test department, it says, okay, assign this to people who are employees of the test department and direct support professionals. And we don't have anyone in the test department who is a direct support professional. So we'll just remove that filter and click preview, and now we can see Jane and Mark have reappeared, okay? And we can click this X to get rid of the job title attribute. So you can select as many different attributes as you want, and when you click the Save and Enroll button, there we go. You can see existing profiles. We have a sample profile here, and if we come over to Currently Enrolled, there's Jane and Mark Tester. So they have been successfully assigned this training. Now, a couple of notes about how auto-enrollment works. Let's say that you have a training that is due January 31st of every single calendar year for all employees in a certain department who are direct support professionals. I'll say the CLA department since we're using that as an example. If you get a new hire on January 15th who is a direct support professional and you put her into Relias, she will automatically be assigned that training and it'll be due on January 31st. However, if you get a new hire, and let's say they're hired in March, Well, they will also be auto-enrolled into that training, but their due date will show up as January 31st of the following year. So if you have trainings that are due in the calendar year, but you stagger them during the months, for example, 6100 trainings or something like that, you're just going to want to be aware that if you get a new hire and they are hired after some of those due dates have passed, but they still need to complete those trainings during the current calendar year, you're going to have to manually go in and change their due dates, okay? So that's, just something to be aware of. Or you could just let them know, hey, even though it says it's not due until January 31st, 2022, you actually have to do it by 30 days from now or something like that in order to meet your orientation and wage criteria. So hopefully that explains a little bit about that. I hope that this has been helpful, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us, and we will be happy to assist in any way that we can.